Hello and welcome back to my channel. Yesterday I did a new moon meditation, which was something a little bit different. I just literally on impulse decided to record it. So do please check that out if you'd like something to kind of relax and guide you through these energies, this portal of this new moon. And today I felt like it was time to do a tarot reading for the new moon, okay? So the new moon in Aries is taking place today or tomorrow, depending on where you are in the world. Aries is a dynamic sign. It's the beginning of the tarot in terms of major arcana cards. It's the beginning of the astrological year. Incredibly powerful, fiery energy of Aries, it holds the energy of leadership. It holds the energy of moving forward more than anything, okay? Aries energy is movement to me, right? So as we move into this astrological new year, as we move into the month of April, as we move into spring, as we move into Easter time, which is all about rebirths and new beginnings, my absolutely favourite time of the year, I'm going to pull a few cards to see what we need to bear in mind at this time. Okay? So let's go. Oh, and also please remember to like the video if you like the video and subscribe to the channel also if you'd like to see more videos. Okay, I always forget to say that bit, so. One more card for this new moon in Aries. Ooh. Okay, so we have 3 cards. We have the 3 of Pentacles in reverse, the Knight of Swords, and the 5 of Pentacles in reverse. So this energy does speak of movement. It does speak of something coming in. Okay, we have this Knight of Swords rushing in, moving forwards. But the energy I'm feeling is different to what I expected to feel when I tuned in. Okay. 3 of Pentacles in reverse, 5 of Pentacles in reverse. Sometimes the shadow side of a sign can show up. And I guess it makes complete sense that the shadow side of Aries might turn up at a time in which the moon is dark, right? But what I'm seeing here and what I'm feeling here in these 3 cards is a desire to move forward at the expense of other people. It's a desire to kind of conquer, do what you want to do, regardless of how it affects other people. So there are many ways in which this kind of energy is showing up in the world right now. So I guess in that way too, it's not surprising that it's showing up in this reading. And it may be showing up in your life in the sense that somebody is behaving this way towards you, or you may find yourself tempted to behave in this manner. So this is basically the energy of wanting to get something done, wanting to do something for purely selfish reasons without taking other people into account. It's kind of the opposite of community, right? It's a hyper independence that is actually quite harmful to people around whoever is being hyper independent. Okay, so I'm going to pull 3 more cards to see what else we can get about this. So you may resonate with this in terms of feeling as though somebody in your life is behaving in this way. Or, like I said before, you may recognize this in yourself. Okay, you may recognize that in a desire to go or move forward in something, you're forgetting about other people involved. And this reading is a reminder to remember the other people involved. Okay, this is turning out to be a heavy reading. Some pretty hard-hitting cards coming up here. So with the next line, we have the 8 of Swords, we have the 10 of Swords, and we have the Ace of Swords. So much sword energy, which is traditionally about thoughts. These 2 8s are very difficult. These 2 swords are very difficult swords. The 8 of Swords and the 10 of Swords. I mean, all you have to do is look at the picture to see how difficult these are. And then the Ace of Swords. So what's noteworthy is that we have the 8 and then the 10. That's the end of difficulty. And then we have the 1, right? So something is ending and something is beginning. But I feel like it's not ending or beginning without harsh words. Harsh words, may well be spoken over these next couple of days, weeks, months, depending how this energy plays out for you. There definitely feels like something is brewing, something is underneath the surface, something needs to be let out. There may be a short, sharp altercation of words or of actions. And, you know, if you've been catching up on the Oscars gossip, you will see the kind of altercation I mean. There's something short and sharp going on here, something that comes out, something is like a lashing out, something that's like a bleh, something that may have been building for a really long time. And it's around this energy of asserting independence, asserting yourself, and forgetting that other people have roles to play too. Right? So this almost reads like a warning, this reading. A warning to be careful with how you're expressing yourself at this time. Be careful with how you are experiencing things at this time. I'm not sure what's going on in the sky astrologically because I'm not an astrologer, but no doubt there may be some clashes going on in the sky right now, which can be promoting the kind of energy that is a little bit confrontational. Wow. And then we have some more confrontational cards here. The Five of Swords, the Devil card, and thankfully a bit of softness with this Queen of Cups. The Devil card is saying to me that a lot of this could be in your mind, in the sense that you may be projecting stuff that's gone on with yourself onto other people. So you may be very easy to rub up the wrong way at the moment. It may be very easy to anger you at the moment. And that is because there are things that you haven't dealt with that are laying underneath the surface and it's getting triggered by other people. Okay, so be very mindful of how you're doing right now, how you're feeling right now. If you feel close to the edge, if you feel tender in ways that perhaps you haven't acknowledged, but that might come out by somebody saying the wrong thing or somebody doing the wrong thing. Okay, you've got to be mindful of your actions at this time because there feels like there's very temperamental energy, very combustible energy at the moment. And we are being urged to tune into our intuition, to tune into the softness and compassionate places that we all have within us, and to act, react, live from that place even more so at this time when it might be the hardest to do so. We need to extend compassion to ourselves for where we are hurting and what we are feeling. And we need to give that compassion to others, even if they say or do things that anger us, okay? This is definitely a warning reading where we're being asked to extend compassion and awareness for our wounds and the wounds of others. Okay? There's so much going on in the world at the moment. The world is fraught with tensions, pain, anxieties, worries, has been for many years, and it feels like it's escalating. And so at this time, we will see it coming out in our individual lives, right? Because what happens on the world stage is also happening within us, right? There's no separation. What's felt outside is felt inside. And it's up to us to learn how to manage that in the most compassionate way, how to manage our emotions in the most compassionate way for ourselves and for others. So this reading is a lot bigger than I thought it would be, but that's what this reading is saying. Okay, manage ourselves with compassion and dignity, okay? I'm going to pull one oracle card. And I'm going to pull a Rebecca Light, so bear with me as I reach for them. Here we go. What does the oracle want to tell us about leaning into compassion at this time? Leaning into compassion. I just want one, so I shall keep shuffling. Shuffling. Leaning into compassion. Leaning into compassion. I think we're going to go for that one. And we have the Don't Dim to Fit In card. How are you dimming your light in order to fit in? So usually I would say, you know, the opposite of what I'm about to say. Usually I would say this is about standing out. But what I'm feeling today, it's about blending in. It's about remembering that we are part of a community. We are part of a human community. We are part of an earth community. And we need to remember that each person is ourselves, right? That how we treat another person will come back to us, right? that if we're hurting and we lash out in hurt to another, all that means is like double the hurt, right? Try and soothe yourself. In soothing yourself, you will soothe others. And being compassionate to yourself, you will be compassionate to others. Remember that we're all part of community, right? And allow yourself to really lean into that whole phrase of treat others as you wish to be treated, right? And that's an energy that we see coming up at this time of year in the Christ story. It's an energy that is very prominent right now, that kind of Christ consciousness, that universal love. But it's a hard thing to practice in everyday life. And I feel with this arrival of this new moon, we're really being asked to practice that self-compassion, extending that compassion to others, right? So I wish you a really peaceful new moon time. Please listen to that meditation, especially if you're feeling a little bit antsy, because that may help to soothe. Do what you need to do to take care of yourself. And remember to pause before reacting in what may feel like a bit of a turbulent few days, a turbulent time. Okay, good luck, and I'll speak to you again soon. Bye.